I do want to stress that one of the points we raised was why the Indian-American diaspora has been so silent about all of this. One of the congresswomen said that not one phone call has come to her office from any Indian-American voter asking for her to support a change of policy. And this is something that is surprising, and that I think we all need to reach out to the Indian-American population saying, if you care about the relationship with your motherland, then you also have to fight for it, speak for it. We had a very good visit from a US congressional delegation, which consisted of 5 members of the US House of Congress, who happened all to be from the Democratic Party, and 4 of them were from California. But they had tremendous interest in India. I think the most important message that came out from them was that a lot of American opinion, including in the US Congress, is still very strongly committed to the Indian relationship, to the strategic partnership, that India is valued, and that they remain determined to strengthen that relationship despite the recent setbacks that we are all familiar with, the H-1B visa setback, the 50% tariff setback, the sanctions on the Chabahar port, and various other things which have made life a bit difficult in the Indo-US relationship currently. I do want to stress that one of the points we raised was why the Indian-American diaspora has been so silent about all of this. One of the congresswomen said that not one phone call has come to her office from any Indian-American voter asking for her to support a change of policy. And this is something that is surprising, and that I think we all need to reach out to the Indian-American population saying, if you care about the relationship with your motherland, then you also have to fight for it, speak for it, and make more of an effort to press your political representatives to stand up for India. But the ones who came here are already friends of India, well disposed towards India, and they have spoken very warmly and positively of the relationship.
Sir, today committee also discussed India-Sri Lanka relationship.
Yes, that I cannot speak about in detail, because we obviously can only speak about the content of the meeting when the report is prepared. But it was a very excellent briefing by the Foreign Secretary on all aspects of the India-Sri Lanka relationship, an extremely important relationship for us with a very close neighbor.
Sir, China has a lot of interest in Sri Lanka, so...
Yes, that was also discussed.
So in the old days, the fee was $2,000 to a maximum of $4,000. Now it's suddenly gone up to $100,000. But you have to understand a couple of things. Again, the motives are principally driven by domestic politics. Mr. Trump believes, and the people around him have told him, that the easy H-1B has meant that a lot of Americans who deserve a higher salary from the same companies are being bypassed by Indians who will accept a lower salary. So an Indian techie who comes and works for $60,000 a year is taking away, according to Mr. Trump's supporters, jobs from an American who would not work for less than, let's say, $85,000 or $90,000 a year, for argument's sake. I'm talking about a junior techie. The salaries go up at other levels. So what they're saying is, let us make the low-end jobs unviable by the $100,000 fee, so only the high-end, really desirable, irreplaceable top people who are worth it for a company to spend $100,000, only they will come. Now, I don't understand the logic of this, whether it's actually ever going to work. First of all, for many companies, the obvious solution will be to outsource the job. That is, what used to be done in America can now be done either by the same multinational companies' units in Europe, in Germany, in England, in Ireland, in France, or in many cases in their global capability centers in India. So that in fact the same Indian techies may now be working for the same money in India rather than working in America. So the visa will no longer be required. The challenge will be in the short term for the Indian companies that would take on a contract to do a job, whether it's for an American state government, a big American company, a hospital, whatever it may be, and fulfill that contract by sending their people from India on H-1B visas. That will now become unviable. So many of those contracts will either need to be revised or will no longer be feasible for Indian companies to bid, because we cannot pay $100,000 per person to go off and do a contract which is actually a low-end contract.